Utah has to play a very specific way because they don't have Cam Rising. They can't get into that same shootout that they won last year in Salt Lake. They can't win this 43-42. It's got to be lower scoring than that. They do not have a quarterback. They do not have an offense that can go out there and score over 40 points, even against USC. But remember, USC's defense didn't play poorly last week against Notre Dame. In fact, in the drives in which it wasn't a short field based on a turnover or not a kick return, USC only gave up 13 points on traditional offensive drives to Notre Dame last week. So the defense didn't play poorly last week. Now, the offense played poorly in large part due to the fact that on the other side, Notre Dame's defense was outstanding. Don't we think that Utah's defense can also be outstanding? Don't we think that Utah's defense can also put pressure on Caleb Williams? Caleb Williams last week pressured 25 times. He was sacked 7 times last year. I'm sorry, not last week, last year in the Pac-12 championship game. So this Utah team knows how to get to the quarterback. And this is an offensive line for USC that's not nearly as good as what it was last year, even when they faced this Utah team in the Pac-12 championship game. Utah is 5th in the country in scoring defense. Great defense. Utah is 6th in the country in sacks per game at a little over 3.5 per game. And they have a top 5 rushing defense. It's going to be very difficult for USC to move the ball. Williams, in the last 4 games, basically month, he has been one of the most pressured quarterbacks in the country. 58 times he's been pressured in the last 4 games. That's 5th most in the country. Here's what USC has to do. They've got to get the run game going. Remember, Lincoln Riley's offense is really a running offense. Every time this offense is at its best, it's because they can run the ball and establish the run. Then everything builds off of that. The sequencing of plays build off of the run game. You get to the RPOs and you get to the big play shots off of the run game. Because of that, I think that Lincoln Riley needs to lean in on his transfer running back, and Marshawn Lloyd needs to start getting more carries. Marshawn Lloyd has actually been really effective for USC, very effective. They need to lean into that and really try to get the run game going, because that's the only way that they're going to slow down the rush of Utah. It's not about opening up the passing game. It's about slowing down the Utah pass rush. Marshawn Lloyd only got 8 carries last week against Notre Dame. And he's only averaging about 10 carries per game, and yet he's leading Power 5 all running backs in yards per carry with 7.5. You got to give him the ball more. And if they can, and if they do, then they'll be in a better spot.